Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mike here at Gamefromscratch. Today we're talking about some developments for Visual Studio Code, specifically C# Dev Kit and the new Unity tools. And the reason why we're talking about these is, well, first off, they exist. And second, they've become a lot more relevant recently because Microsoft just recently announced they are killing dead Visual Studio for Mac. This was also known as Xamarin Studio. This is not going to exist anymore in the future. So if you want to do C# development for Unity on a Mac, you're basically going to be using either Project Rider, which is an excellent choice from JetBrains, or you're going to be using Visual Studio Code. And the core of that is the C# Dev Kit. Now, C# Dev Kit adds new features and functionality to Visual Studio Code that bring it more in line with Visual Studio. Now, I know this gets really confusing. Visual Studio is their Windows-only huge IDE. You know, it's a 10 to 30 gigabyte install. You have Visual Studio Code, their lightweight open source editor, and then you got Visual Studio for Mac, which has nothing to do with either of those things. And it's a rebranding of Xamarin Studio. All right, all caught up. Well, C# Dev Kit is this extension that makes Visual Studio Code have some more Visual Studio-like capabilities. Key things are the project system, so you've got the ability to use solutions and CS projects directly inside of Visual Studio Code. Makes it easier to work with existing code bases for sure, and the existing project system. This is something I wish they had all along. You also get some code editing tools in there, including smart AI-based code stuff there, code navigation, code completions, and refactoring tools. And then we've got package management stuff in here, debugging, testing tools. Now, the thing about C# Dev Kit, and you're going to notice the ratings are not great. And one of the big reasons behind that is this right here, is it is using the Visual Studio license. This means it is free if you're an individual or an academia or working on open source. But if you are working in a commercial environment, you need to have a Visual Studio Pro or enterprise license or equivalent or GitHub code spaces. So this is a commercial project. And are they adding enough to really validate that? And my answer is not really, to be honest, but let's go check this guy out in action. So we're going to open up Visual Studio Code, and this is the mono dev base. Now, I've opened it up once already, so you're not going to see the first time experience. We're going to see this loads in. And one of the things you're going to notice once it finishes loading up is down here, we have this little icon right here. This is because I have licensed it. So you do need to license it before you can use these specific tools. The tools are available on the marketplace. So it is the C# Dev Kit that will automatically install the .NET Runtime and the C# support, which, by the way, neither of these require this specifically. So if you don't want to work with the C# Dev Kit, you can install these two things individually and not have to deal with the commercial license. I think IntelliCode, you do need it. Now, if you're wondering what IntelliCode is, it's basically a slightly smarter IntelliSense. So look at this. So I've got this dot, and it's smart enough to know that I'm either going to do min or max because I've recently done it. So you'll see it does your typical IntelliSense recommendations, but it pushes them to the top. On top of that, if you're writing specific code, so if this dot min, you see it's giving me recommendations as I go, and you can also have it tab in full code lines. So it's basically a smarter IntelliSense. It's been around for a while. It's just been coupled into the C# Dev Kit as part of this as well. But the big thing, the star of the show here, are two things. First off, you've got unit testing here, so NUnit, XUnit, etc. I'm not demoing that in today's video. I don't work with testing stuff that much, to be honest. So, and then the other thing you've got here is the Solution Explorer. Now, this one is completely brand new. And this is a new ability to basically open up an SLN file, and then all of the various different projects that are inside of it will open up as well. So the first time you open up a code hierarchy that has an SLN file in, it will automatically ask you which one you want to do. I've already opened this project up before, so I'm not getting it. But what you'll notice is if I hit F1, and then we go to .NET, you get a number of .NET options here. So you got one here to sign into your account. You need to do that, unfortunately. And then on top of that, you've got things like you can open up a solution or project. So I've got multiple solutions in this directory hierarchy. So let's say I want to work on this one instead. I can open it up, and we get the solutions down here. You're going to notice I can actually right-click things, and I do things like build, rebuild. I can add new files, new projects, etc. So you can work with existing solution and project formats inside of Visual Studio Code. This is something that has been missing for ages, and I definitely have always wanted that. Now, another big thing about this, so again, it's built up of IntelliCode, the AI-based suggestions engine. It's actually pretty nice, to be honest. We got C# itself. This has not really much to do with it. So it is shipped along with the C# Dev Kit, but it is also a standalone project, so you don't need to do it that way. It will automatically be installed, as will the .NET Runtime install tool, as part of the C# Dev Kit. Now, the other thing that was released recently is the Unity extension for Visual Studio Code. Now, this is a much better thing than what we've talked about in the past, because basically this gives you Unity dev support inside for Visual Studio Code inside of Unity. So you get a Unity specific or Unity debugger ability, so you can actually run the Unity debugger from Visual Studio Code. You can attach to remote buggers, such as if you're working on Xbox or something like that. You also get C# specific analyzers and refactoring tools for Unity, and you get code coloration for Unity specific formats, so ASMDEF, shader, UFS, UXML, etc. So this one is definitely a nice addition. So if you want to look at the Unity side of things, well, first off, it is available over here. It is an extension, so you add it in right there. And on the Unity side of things, let's go to a Unity project over here. There's two things you've got to do. The first one is pretty simple. Go to Windows, Package Manager, and then go and find Visual Studio Editor. Now, that's confusing because there's this guy right here. This should just be removed. This is a legacy thing that is not supported. I don't know why it's in the list anymore. This isn't a thing. So get rid of that. That was a kind of a hacky integration of Visual Studio Code CS projects before. Now, this is the replacement. And what you want to do is make sure that it is released 2.0.20 or later. Basically, just make sure it's the newest version. If it's not, click Update, and then you're good to go. Once you have done that, you can then come over here to Edit, and then you can go to Project Settings like so. Oh, sorry, not project settings. My bad. Edit. I do that every single time. Preferences. And then what you want to do is locate external tools right here. And then what you're going to notice is if you have Visual Studio Code installed, you'll now be able to choose Visual Studio Code as one of your editors. As you notice, you can also use Rider, and I highly recommend Rider as well. It is a commercial IDE from the JetBrains guys, the guys behind IntelliJ. It is excellent if you get used to the user interface. It is another very viable option, and since Visual Studio Code with the C# Dev Toolkit is a commercial project, they're both commercial now. So which one you want to use is up to you. Just know that if you're using a Mac in the past, what was recommended to you was Visual Studio for Mac, and that is going away in a year. So this is your new path forward, Visual Studio Code. Now, once that's done, you basically come here. You can pick any C# script in the world. So let's do scene loader, load scene behavior, or yeah, sure, load scene behavior, like so, and then it'll open it up in Visual Studio. Give it a second. So what you're going to notice here is it does open up the solution file. So the CS proj file is opened as normal. The cool thing here is now you've got traditional run support. So at any time, I could go ahead and say hit F5, and it is going to run and attach to Unity. So you can see the various different threads running over here. It should just launch over here. Sometimes this is a little delayed. Like ta-da, and I'm going to shut that guy down, get back over here to you, and I'm going to disconnect from my debugger. So you have full debugging tools. Of course, you could come in here, you can set a breakpoint at any time and load in. So it does nicely integrate the two products together for sure. Yeah, that's kind of the crux of it. Now, one of the downsides here, though, is the Unity tools require the C# Dev Toolkit. That means you are back to this point here. So this guy specifically, if you go down to the bottom here, it requires an activated C# Dev Toolkit, which means you, if you want to use the Unity tools, need to agree to the Microsoft license, which is the exact same as if you grabbed Visual Studio Community. Now, to most people, if you're not making more than $1 million, it's not going to make a difference. Or if you already license Visual Studio Pro or Enterprise or GitHub code spaces or a variety of other things, then you are part of the license. So you can see here, it's under these conditions right here. You can get into the full license terms right here. And this part is what I don't like about this solution. If they'd offered all of this, the C# Dev Toolkit, and they just made it MIT or whatever, and instead of trying to sort of quasi-commercialize it, this would be so much more useful. But sadly, they did not go that route. So new Visual Studio Code, C# Dev Kit is an interesting thing. It allows you to use Visual Studio solutions and projects, and it's also used for the new editor for Unity, which quite frankly it's pretty nice. So all these pieces of it, all of these different aspects of it are nice individually. It's just the way they did it that kind of, ugh. Well, I'm curious what you think of this entire thing, of the C# Dev Kit, of the new Unity tools, of Visual Studio Code in general, of the retirement of Visual Studio for Mac. Let me know, comments down below, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.